early morning here in Shanghai, China. Now I'm about to board a plane from here to a secret destination where I'm going to meet up with a friend of mine, and together we are going to launch a new brand, a new company, and a new adventure in the world of magic and playing cards. I'm super excited about this. I've been working with him for a very long time on this new project. It's going to be, well, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it's going to be just yet, because we're going to launch it very soon in a few days from now in the secret destination with a big event, and of course we will take you behind the scenes of that. Now before we get into it, pause this video and comment down below who do you think it is that I am working with and where am I going. And maybe, I don't know, I'll pick somebody and give away a free unreleased deck from this company. Maybe. One thing about Asia, you got the best food on the planet, you gotta admit. Thank you. A sneak peek of the deck, Svengali. This is the company name. Now you're gonna wanna go on Instagram and go follow Svengali. Show you the sneak peek of the deck. At least one card. So to put this in perspective, I flew from Portland, Oregon, where CardistryCon was, to LA, where I had an 8-hour layover, then jumped on a flight from LA to Shanghai, which was a 14-hour flight, then had a 6-hour layover in the middle of the night. Then from there, I took another 5-hour flight to get to my final destination, which is here. Alright, so for this change, a little bit of history. It's based off of another change that I used to be very obsessed with, and it was called The Goat Change by Dan and Dave, and it was, I think, published in And Then Some DVD. But what I did is I took it and I made it much easier, I think, well, at least for me, because I couldn't at that time do the goat change. So I created a simpler version of it, and so that looks something like this. You take the 4, you place it into the middle, and then with a little flick, it changes to the ace. Now, how does that work? Well, it's all going to be based off of doubles. So we are going to, let's say, start off with a double. Now, you can do this face down, or you can do this face up, okay? That's going to be up to you. It really doesn't matter. Well, it actually does matter, because face up, if you do it, then you will be left clean at the end, because you're taking the double and you're placing one into the middle. The same way around, if you're doing it face down, then the one double that's going to be left inside of the deck will be face up, which is fine, because I'll show you a cleanup at the end of how to clean up. So let's start off by just doing it with a face up deck. So you have the face up deck, and let's get a nice change. So this might be a nice change, and let's take out this double backer because we do not need it. By the way, if you haven't seen the video on what to do with this, leave the link below, but it's the last video that I did that shows you how to use this gaff deck. Good? Alright, so we're going to start with a face-up deck, and you're going to get a break under 2 cards, just like that. Now I can just sort of dribble like this and stop at the 2 cards. That's usually what I like to do these days. Or you can do a pinky count, which is a little bit harder, especially when the deck is face up because of the bow of the deck. So that might be a little harder, but nonetheless, see, I got 3 that time, so I wouldn't recommend it. I like to just dribble, stop at the 2, it's a knacky kind of thing, or just push over 2 as you're spreading over, and then I'm gonna get the break under the 2 cards, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna pick up 2 as 1 in a biddle grip type manner, and I'm going to insert it. So from the biddle grip with the middle finger and the thumb, it's going to go and readjust to these 2 fingers. So the first finger just like that, and the pinky, so I can riffle down with this hand and place the cards inside of the middle of the deck, okay? So it would be from the break, grab it like this, riffle down, square this way, and then this goes inserted out. Okay, now one thing that'll make this change possible is to separate the two cards. As you're adjusting it from here, you're going to separate the two cards by bringing the first card, the face card, forward, and the lower card right here is going to be a little bit backed this way. Okay, so from the bottom it's like that, and from the top you can see it from here. Okay, because we're going to lift up and push this card in while this card remains there. So as you place it in like this, you are going to, with the thumb, pull, and then with the bottom fingers, I just kind of keep that card there so that we get like this. Maybe that's about the border size would be ideal. A little more is fine, it'll just make it easier for you. But between the border size and maybe 2 borders of a size, anything smaller than that, I think you would have trouble. So that's your starting position, and now the right hand is going to come here and flick. Okay, that is the structure behind it. So you're going to open up your hand and you're going to make a fist, and it's going to go between the pinky on the bottom, okay, and this finger, the third finger, which is the ring finger, on top of the card. And as you close and open, your ring finger is going to pick up right here. Okay, so it's going to pick up right at it creates a little lip, a flap. You're going to pick up right here, you're going to close everything, and your third finger, the ring finger, is just pushing it all in. So you're picking up a little bit, pushing it all in, make the fist, and then open up for the change. Okay, it's pretty simple once you know that, of the structure of it. And it looks like that. All right, now obviously the angles are something that you have to be aware of, because from this angle it doesn't look all that great. So you want to be face towards them and a little bit this way. So here and a little bit this way. Obviously this works better, but it's just going to depend on how much of a side angle do you want for the change. So you're here, I pick up, and then boom, it changes. Okay. Now with it face down, we're going to do the same thing. You're going to do a double, show the double, and again you're going to grab it in this way. So it doesn't matter what double you do, push it off, get your break, show the card. As you riffle down, you want to readjust, place it here, and then readjust so that you have that little lip. Now from here, you're going to go watch the card, pick up with the ring finger, close your hand, open up, boom, there's the change. Okay, so in fast motion it's here, and I want to maybe flick this card a little bit so that I can flick here, and then as I come back I just pick up on it, and of course tilt down a little bit more because you don't want that to be seen. Okay, but even if you hold this just a little bit like that, the angle should be good, and being pushed out enough should be fine so that it doesn't flash. And then you do this, okay, and just make sure to push it in all the way. Now for the cleanup of it when it's face down is something that I came up with again for the go change, and I actually showed Dan and Dave this way back when. I'm going to pick up everything, so I'm going to use this as a lever, pick up everything, and now side jog it, or rather angle diagonally it, and the one face up card right there. Now it gets a little interesting because we're going to use a move to bring that card back on the top of the deck, but at the same time do a little cleanup of it. Okay, so in fast motion it's going to look like this and then like that, which cleans up the card and gets you ready for a nice double. So the way that that's going to look is, oh, by the way, here I just did it without noticing, you can go straight into, after getting the break, right, keep riffling up and then just keep going and place it there. Okay, so from here you're going to do the change, lift this up, show the card diagonally right there. Then from there what you're going to do is use your first finger on the left and your ring finger on the right side of that card, and you're going to start to twirl it out. Okay, so the twirl happens like this. So you're going to move clockwise with the hand, twirling your fingers like this. Okay, and then your thumb is going to help, so it's going to come all the way to the bottom left hand corner and keep rotating it around, and then it's going to go on top. Okay, now again, that might be a little bit confusing, but it's here, twirl, thumb grabs it and keeps going and does that. Okay, we'll do a behind the shoulder view as well. But as you do this, notice how your left thumb is still in position to come here, kick this out as this is coming down, kick this out and grab it. All right, and then you can put it in the center and then make it come back on top. So it should look like here, the change happens, boom, come here, and then there. So you want to maybe do a little rotation from here because you don't want that to flash, the face card to flash. So after you do the change, you're here, flick, change, give it a second, move this way, do this. As you're coming down, this comes here, you move to your right hand side and then grab it, do that. You've cleaned up but also retained the top card. Alright, so behind the scenes, here it is. You're going to grab the break, do any fancy double that you want, re-grip, place it right there inside the center. As you show the card, you're going to readjust, moving this with the thumb and creating a little lip. From here, you're going to flick with the ring finger, pull up, keep that first finger on here to create the pressure so that doesn't go in, push down, open, show it. Now for the cleanup, if it is a face down deck, you're going to come here, grab from here and here, rotate, thumb rotates, come back here, this finger brings this out, and you're going to take that and push it in. Okay, so at speed, it's here, flick, change, and there. Alright guys, so there you have it. That was the video, that was the tutorial, and that was my little journey getting here. Little journey. It took forever. So if you did enjoy that, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna go get ready to meet with my mystery guest in this mystery city, and well, I guess since we're here, might as well show you where we are. I'd like to welcome you to one of my favorite cities in the world. This is none other than Singapore. Yes, one of my favorite cities in the world. You could actually see Marina Bay Sands. What a view. So a lot of content coming from Singapore in the next few days, so stay tuned for that, and we will see you next time. Peace.
I got my style.